Chat.
Everyone's always right for an upset in the first round because those teams that they're playing are conference champions.
If somebody can afford to pay me $120 million, how much money you think they got?
We're back live here on Sports Chat. What's going on, everybody? We got John. I guess Ron's out with grandfather's duties today at fall ball, but we got John with us here on Sports Chat. We're back. We've been away for a few weeks, but we're back live. A lot's been going on. John, what's going on with you, guy?
Man, what's up, man? It's been a minute, man. How was your trip around the world?
Been a minute. It's been a minute. Oh, man, absolutely wonderful. Outstanding. I mean, just to see the beauty of God's creation with your own eyes is wonderful. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
But now back home in the chilly fall weather.
Yeah. It's been the same thing up here. So
yeah, from 81 degrees every day to back, to the mid 50s, 60s. We're supposed to be like almost 70 today, so that's nice.
Yeah, what we got? What we got here in Detroit? What we got? Yeah, 55 right now. High is 70. So yeah, beautiful day for football.
Yeah, good, great. Supposed to be nice all week, actually.
Yeah, we going back down.
It'll
be short.
The Tigers let me down. I was rooting for them.
Yeah. They got to our ace, man, and that was
got to Scober.
They got to him in that critical fifth inning, man, where he was dealing up until that point and loaded the bases and that pitch that he wished he could have back.
So. Man, the walks have been quite a bit in the playoff this year. Guys are walking people left and right.
Yeah,
well, they say in the fall when it's chilly, the guys don't have the feel of the ball and the grip, but man, their control has been bad across the board. All the teams.
I think it's worse. on lefties. I'm gonna be honest with you. If sometimes lefties have trouble with their control, and Screwball, he was dealing up until that point. It was a 1-1 game, and he gave you everything you expected out of your ace. But that fifth inning, man, it just he loaded those bases, and that one pitch, it was well in the strike zone. Guy got up under it, and boom,
he got up under it.
But I mean, listen.
What I've noticed though, a lot of the guys don't swing level. Everybody's got a little uppercut to their swing. Have you noticed that?
He got up under it.
Yeah.
It got some lift on it, and as soon as it left his bat, I said, "This is a grand slam." As soon as it left, even because I don't think they hit. I'm not sure that they had outs. I don't remember if because it was even if that was not a home run, it was going to be an RBI.
It's gonna hit that wall at 20
maybe
foot
1 or 2 runs.
Wall.
Yeah. And listen, man, I mean, look, we were a game away from the ALCS, the youngest team in the league. You know what I'm saying? A team that was really at the beginning of August was
outside the playoffs.
Nowhere near the playoffs. And so the way that they came together and the magic just ran out, man. And that's that.
Well, we were winning. The one great thing too about sports though is there's really no guarantee of carryover. to the next season either. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
They talk about
get,
momentum, but
because
yeah,
it's
each
always
game takes on
changing roster, all that. Yeah.
Each game takes on a flavor of its own, and
flavor of its
unfortunately, we lost the game in Game 4. We had a 3-1 lead in the seventh. Two out, 2-strike pitch.
Oh,
they
Cleveland, I'm telling you. Oh my God!
They pinch hit the guy, came in and just knocked it out, and it was just like from there that when we lost that Game 4. You got to treat the closeout game like it's game. It's the deciding game of the series. You don't. It just wasn't meant to be, man.
You can't play for tomorrow. You gotta play for now.
No, when you have the opportunity to kill a team, and a superior team at that. Let's be honest. Cleveland is a superior team. We had our one ace, but top to bottom of the order, they just got in. I can't remember the guy. They're not their cleanup guy, but
Ramirez.
Ramirez, that's a killer in the lineup.
Naylor, they got the best. Quan, the leadoff Quan.
And they got the best closer in the game. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, he hasn't been doing too well lately though, but we'll take.
No, he had his struggles. But
sure. Well, and again with baseball, season. you gotta close that game out, come back the next day.
Got to. When we had to go back to Cleveland, I was like, that's we blew it.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with the season because it literally came out of nowhere. I mean, again, we're the youngest team in baseball.
In baseball,
average age, and so a few pieces here and a few pieces there, we'll be we'll be right back in the thick of things. I expect for us to contend for the American League Central. And be right back in the playoff hunt come next September. But
you got to get a couple more arms. Get a couple more arms, and you'll be good.
Got to get a few more arms in that lineup because I don't know what I got to check on Scuba's contract status. I don't, because we were this close to giving him away
to trading him.
The trade deadline.
Yeah, so, that was because remember everybody was talking about that. Is he gonna stay? Is they gonna let him go?
So thankfully we didn't. Hopefully we showed him enough to convince him to want to stay. They can offer him the moon in places like the Bronx, and
we sure could use him.
Yeah, he's a lefty with that kind of control, and he was and he's
young too. That's the big thing.
Young. That's the crazy part about it. He's young. So, yeah, man, great. Congrats to my Tigers, and we'll get them next year.
All right, well, we got another big game on tap tonight. We got Georgia Bulldogs going down to Austin, Texas. Go against the Longhorn, hook 'em horns. What you think about that? What you got?
Well, Georgia hasn't really impressed me that much this year. They're not. We all picked
them for the chip too.
Yeah, everybody thought that Georgia was going to be the Georgia that they were a couple of years. Now, I'll be honest with you. Even though they won back-to-back, they haven't been that team since 2021 when they had a historically great defense. Texas, they've had, I don't think beating Michigan, obviously that's turning out.
That's not legitimate this year.
That's not the legitimate win that they, initially thought it would be. Although I'll see what our new quarterback, Jake Tuttle, looks like today. I think
they switching out today.
Yeah, look, Davis Warren and Alex Orji, they can't complete a forward pass further than 5 yards. So That's one of the worst quarterback situations I've seen. So
what's the scouting report on Tuttle? Where he
Tuttle?
from?
Tuttle, he's like a 7th-year senior. He was granted he's older than a lot of NFL quarterbacks at age 25. So from what I understand, if he hadn't been injured in spring practice, he would have been the designated starter.
What is it? Graduate?
He's a grad. So, I think the only guy in the country that has been there at their program longer than him is there's a kid down in Miami that's been in school since 2016. So,
yeah, and what about what's the name? He's been in school for a while too. The Utah quarterback guy.
Yeah. So
he's been injured every year for the last 4 years.
Yeah. I think today is a good day for us to see what coming. We're going into a really hostile environment. Illinois is one of the surprise teams of college football.
They're this year
5-1.
We'll see. That'll be a good game for Michigan.
This will give us a good indication, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know we're talking about Georgia and Texas, so I'll get back to that. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. The defense has been solid, if not spectacular, but solid. And honestly, we can run block based upon our offensive production from our running backs. Donovan Edwards finally got on track against Washington, and Mullins has been our workhorse. We've shown the ability to run block and run the ball. So our offensive woes have been solely on the quarterback position. It's not an offense altogether, because we can run. We pounded the ball against USC.
Right, you have the parts, you just haven't been getting the good quarterback.
Yeah, just can't play. We don't have good quarterback play right now, and hopefully.
Who's your primary receiver this year?
That's the point. Our inability to really throw the ball. We were looking to get what's the kid? Number 8. I'm running.
My thing is, okay, yeah, you got a quarterback who can throw it, but he needs somebody to throw it too.
Well, we had probably the top tight end in college football coming back. And man, why am I drawing a blank with these guys' names? Jesus Christ. Our tight end, and Roman Wilson's younger brother is on. He's 6'2". He's a good target. So we've got some pieces. We haven't been wide receiver since the days of Braylon Edwards and David Terrell and Mario Manningham and guys like that. But we've shown the ability to be able to move the football with guys like Roman Wilson and Charles Johnson and Cornelius Johnson and players like that. So they don't have to be Jeremiah Smith or Carnell Tate or Ryan Williams down in Alabama. They don't have to be those. We've shown that we can be a competent offense with 3-star receivers. So it's just really about the quarterback. So we'll see. That'll be a good gauge to see if we can look forward. I don't think we're any kind of national threat or anything like that. But can we sneak into the playoff?
What are they ranked now?
They're 24th in the country.
So can you sneak back into that top 12?
Can you sneak back into it? Because you got Oregon looming, obviously. That's
Penn State. Are you guys playing Penn State this year, or do you miss it?
No, I don't think we played Penn State this year, but we got Michigan State.
Y'all got that.
Listen, nothing's a gimme for Michigan this year, bro. I looked prior to the start of the season. Yeah, I would have thought that was a gimme, but we struggled at home against Arkansas State.
Yeah, we turned the ball over too much.
Yeah, I mean, we got Colston Loveland. Like I said, he was the top returning, I think, the top returning tight end in college football. But we don't have anybody to give him the ball. So we'll see what Tuttle looks like.
With, Michigan State quarterback, he's just so young. He got world of talent, just so young.
Yeah. But you can see the potential there. You can see the potential there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know. I expect them. I like their coach, man. I do. I like y'all coach. I like what he brings, and I think in a couple of years they'll be a force to be reckoned.
Yeah, I think so. Now, I think year after next, I'm looking for them to be really good.
Yeah, I think he'll get. He's got a certain pipeline of recruiting that he likes, and I think it'll work well for the Big Ten. I like what they're doing in East Lansing. I do.
All right, then you so we got Texas, Georgia, and you got Alabama, Tennessee, which is another.
I'll take Tennessee on that one.
Tennessee at home.
Alabama looks awful. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, their defense is horrible.
Their defense is trash.
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, huge win against Georgia. Almost blew that game. You know what I'm saying?
Almost blew that one.
Literally had a 4-touchdown lead, and Georgia took the lead and almost won the game on a pass in the end zone last play. So, but and then you turn around and you lose to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
How does Alabama lose to Vanderbilt? That just
can't happen. That just cannot happen.
That don't happen. And then they listen. They didn't have a easy time with South Carolina last year.
No, they did.
That was in Tuscaloosa.
South Carolina was in the game.
Yeah, that was in the game. So they're clearly not what they were in recent years. And I mean, I know they historically are one of the blue blood programs, but let's not pretend like Alabama was just this force to be reckoned with for the last 30 years. They were largely irrelevant prior to Nick Saban. You know what I'm saying? They just happened to hire a legendary coach who took them on a legendary run. And that coach is gone now. He's gone. And so, I mean, I think you're seeing them come back down to earth, where SEC dominance year in and year out is probably a thing of the past. Now, will they stick their heads up and win every now and then? Sure, they will. But Kalen DeBoer ain't Nick Saban, bro. He's not.
All right, you got Indiana, who's 6-0 right now, bowl eligible,
undefeated
against Nebraska, 5-1. So 5-1. Here's the thing. So Indiana right now is ranked above Michigan and Illinois, and
they should be.
But are they? How good are they? We're talking Indiana here. Are they? Is it a mirage or what is it?
Listen, every other year you'll have a surprise Big Ten team.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time. You'll have one that'll rise in the in the rankings, and I think they're a legit contender? Probably not, but it's a good season for them so far, and for them to be bowl eligible literally at the midpoint of the season.
Yeah, 6-0.
That's a win for them. That's a win for them.
6-0. Yeah, well, they can lose the rest of the game and they're bowl eligible.
And they bowl eligible
for
at
Indiana,
the halfway point of the season.
That's huge.
That's a win for them, and maybe it'll help spruce up some recruiting. Some of the guys that get lost in the shuffle, and we'll see. We'll see.
One team I'm really wondering how good they are. Nobody talks about them. They're in the Big 12. That's Iowa State.
Iowa State. Mm-hmm.
They're 6-0 as well. And the Big 12 is not a bad comp. I would think after the SEC and the Big 10, Big 12, but to me is next in line with
Yeah, but that's
schools
a pretty big drop though. I mean, I think that's a pretty big
But
drop.
I'm just
That's
saying
like,
with the schools that they have in their conference, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's like Big 10 or SEC, whatever order you want it. 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Big 12.
it's true.
Yeah,
It's
so
true.
will they I win in the conference? Yeah, I mean, you can probably compete for the Big 12, definitely, and that'll get you a spot. That'll get them a top seed in the playoffs.
Get you his top seed in the tourney.
But that's where places people go to get exposed. So that typically.
Here's the right now. I can't sit here this Saturday morning, October 20th, and say, is it the 20th? What's the
Today
day?
is the 19th. The 19th.
There's not even Texas really that has knocked me off my seat to say, oh yeah, they're the number one.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I honestly, and I if there's any of our fellow Michigan fans watching, just take this. You'll be all right. I still think top to bottom that Ohio State is the most talented roster.
Oh yeah.
In college football.
Yeah.
The Oregon loss notwithstanding. Great name.
And but it's like saying talent wise though, they have it across the board.
Yeah. But I think they wanted
John, defensively though, Ohio State really hasn't been a terror since what's the kid that got drafted by Washington? Now he's on
defensive end.
Yeah. Since that squad, their defense hasn't really been that good.
Chase Young.
Yeah. Since Chase Young them, they haven't really been that good defensively.
Well, I think what a lot of them did, I think they tried to follow the blueprint that Michigan did when we brought all of our guys back. When Blake decided he wanted to come back and guys who could have been drafted. But and I was talking to my nephew, AJ, and he made a good point that I don't know if they're as good as they are, as they think they are defensively.
Right, they're not. Not
when
you give them 32 points.
Yeah, I mean that, and Denzel Burke was getting toasted in that, and he's supposed to be a top defensive back, and he was getting cooked. I mean, I ain't talking about just little out patterns, and he was getting cooked.
Yeah.
And
so now, I tell you, the one player that I saw that stood out, all the college games I've been watching that, but stood out the most to me so far this year, that kid on South Carolina.
Yeah.
Number 5, I think is
number 5. Mm-hmm.
Man, that kid was everywhere.
It's talent across the board, man.
He was like Watt on he was like Watt on the Steelers, boy. That kid was everywhere.
Yeah.
And that
a lot of talent.
That's the
no real head and shoulders above the rest.
Nobody really head and shoulders above. And so I think I'm excited for the playoff system.
The 12-team playoff. Yeah. It should be very interesting this year because it's like they playing hot potato with the number 1 ranking here. The only thing I don't like about it is, of course, what starts 2 weeks, I think, right? When they come out with their official rankings. Mm-hmm. The number ranking, playoff ranking,
playoff ranking. So that always, that after after your champions or your top 5, it'll get pretty murky, right? Because right now, you got Army and Navy who are both 6-0, right? So where will they fall in your rank? You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting.
Well, I think that the problem with like the armed forces academies and places like that being outside of an actual conference with no conference championship to win,
right?
It puts them at a disadvantage as far as seeding goes.
Yeah,
which is why I'm laughing at Notre Dame, because y'all resisted joining the conference all those years. And now, because you decided you wanted to remain independent, you didn't want to share your TV money with any. Now, even if they go undefeated in this playoff system, the highest they can be ranked is, I think, 5th or 6th, because of their refusal to join the conference. Yeah. So sucks for you, but oh well. Join a conference. Stop. And I'm glad. I think like every year. I mean, y'all. They would play 3 to 4 Big Ten teams a year, and it's like y'all giving them all the benefits of playing our conference teams without forcing them to join our conference. Let's go Yankees.
You got Grandpa chiming in on the go Yankees and go. He said sick 'em, huh?
Yeah. Your dogs, I don't know about your dogs this year, Ron. I don't know, man. They're not looking like the dogs.
They're not looking like dogs
2-3 years ago.
I know they better keep the mascots away from each other.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they caught my attention with that 1 point, what was it, 13-12 against Kentucky or something like that?
Yeah.
And I'm,
you should have lost that one
wait
too.
A minute. Whoa, I said, wait a minute. This ain't so.
Well,
no real standout team.
The Kentucky football program is like a program that's like stuck in the mud trying to get out. Because every year they show flashes, but they just can't get over that hump.
Well, it's just because it's just not they until schools like that are traditionally basketball schools. Kentucky football is like Ohio State basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's nice if they win, but the focus is on the other sport. The resources are directed to the other sport. You know what I'm saying? And make sure the state of Michigan. Listen. Nobody wants Michigan to win more than me, but we got to get this quarterback situation figured out. If we're gonna have any type of showing in the second half of the season, it's just. I mean, you go 6 games into a season and you still haven't settled on a quarterback. That's an indictment of the program, in my opinion.
Yeah.
How do you have a full spring practice, summer practice, going into the fall, and 6 weeks into the season, training camp, and 6 weeks into the season, and we still not settled on a signal card? That's horrible. So, I mean, we'll see what Tuttle looks like today. I'm hoping, I think if he showed some flashes in that Washington game, he led us. We scored 17 straight points with him at the hill. Bury Alex Orji, put him on punt returns, make him a wide out, whatever. But
make him a wide out.
Don't let him under center another game in a Michigan uniform. He's just
boy, you guys are rough, boy, rough.
No, I'm saying he's horrible. He got all the arm strength that you want in a quarterback, but he can't pinpoint. He can't hit wide open receivers, let alone throw in tight windows. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is.
What time they play today?
I think it's an afternoon kickoff, like 3:30. I think
3:30. Let me see. 3.
I think
Not coming up.
But
yeah,
if you in your
it's the CBS game.
Sixth game. Oh, if you're in your 6th game of the season, you should be settled at quarterback by now.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's true.
Real talk. You shouldn't still have questions about who's going to be under center. 6 games into half the season gone. So we'll see. All
right, so switching over to the big boys. You got the Lions and the Vikings tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, but hold up. Before we talk about the Vikings, how about them Cowboys?
They're terrible. That's what with the Cowboys.
40. I don't know. They was missing some of their key guys. But
no, there's no excuse. There's no excuses about that. Next man up.
9.
But I will say this though.
Oh my God.
I will say this. I was kind of rooting for the Lions, but Campbell, he'll pump.
Campbell?
Yeah, Karma's gonna come back and snatch them.
Why? Because he tried to.
He making a mockery. They're up killing us, and they're gonna make a mockery of all the plays.
And then because y'all stole that.
Okay,
stole that game from us.
Karma's gonna come back and snatch the line.
No, that was us giving y'all karma for stealing that game from us last year.
We not the refs.
That was y'all karma.
Okay. Karma's gonna come back to get you. It's one thing. It's one thing but to do it in a blow, and he's still passing the ball in the 4th quarter. Come on.
Yep. Stump him.
Karma's gonna come back to snatch it.
I was already mad at the fact that we had to go to Dallas 2 years in a row. Like y'all can't come to the Silverdome. I mean to Ford Field. Why would we have to go down there?
I thought that game was in Ford Field. Actually,
that's what I'm saying. We played them last year in Dallas, and then we had to go to Dallas again this year. Why is that? 47. Put a 47 piece on.
Put a 47 on.
They poured all that money in Dak and CeeDee Lamb. Wouldn't go get now. But y'all problem is Jerry Jones. I'm telling you. Single for the Yankees playing right now?
No, Sterling is the grandson.
That's his.
Yeah, go get him, Sterling.
Yeah, they should have went. They had a chance to get Derrick Henry, who's looking like a monster. He's looking like a monster.
Should have got Big D. Best backfield in all of football.
Bro.
Best backfield in all of football. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. What better backfield is there?
Montgomery and Gibbs, Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Montgomery and Gibbs, they ain't a better halfback tandem than Gibbs and Montgomery.
I don't know. Football. I think I might take Lamar.
And we got the best offensive line in football.
Now that's what I was getting ready to say, because you give Baltimore, Detroit's offensive line.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Yeah. Anchored by Taylor Decker, baby. I'm telling you, I think we gotta shore a few things up on defense, especially in our secondary.
Well, you gotta find somebody to replace Hutchinson for the time being too.
Man,
that's huge.
Oh
my God, that's huge.
Man,
the one thing about the Lions, are they gonna try to rough you up though?
Yeah, but he was the absolute anchor. He was well on his way to being Defensive Player of the Year in his third year. He had more sacks than the rest of the team combined.
Yeah, he's something else.
Man, you take that kind of production out of your team, that's just killer, man. I'll be honest with you.
And the worst part about
my enthusiasm for the game.
The worst part about it too, though, is when he got hurt, he was making a great play.
Yeah, he had just got a sack.
Yeah.
And I didn't slow it down and see it in slow motion, but it looked to
Oh
me
no,
like
I saw it online. So
I wasn't gonna
what
watch
happened?
it.
Yeah. So what happened was he comes in, he's got the sack, right? Prescott's going down, but Hutchinson is actually turned the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
And so his leg whips out and it hits one of his players coming to assist on the tackle. So it's like his leg like whipped like this and went back. Oh my gosh. You just saw
Okay, I'm glad. I hate seeing stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, they didn't need to show that because what it was, his leg straightens out, but the bottom half, the tibia, bends this way.
Yeah, it took me years to get over that Joe Theismann hit.
Yeah,
I wish I'd have never watched that. It was
similar to that. He was in the air and he's coming down, and then his player hits his leg, and the leg goes the other direction.
Man. But yeah, that's gonna be an issue going forward with our deep, because man, that kid was a monster on that defensive end. So, but I don't think offensively, I don't think we've ever been better as an offensive unit than
right
we
now.
may just have to outscore people. Yeah, I mean, I think you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who really, he really didn't have a huge footprint on that game.
He didn't have a big day at all last week. No.
And I think every week that Jameson Williams gets better, and he's going to be an elite wide receiver in this league.
Well, the key is if he can stay calm, cool, and collective and play well, you got a shot. Goff.
Yeah. And Laporta, one of the best tight ends, if not the best.
If that offensive line keeps their act together, they should be able to go far.
Yeah, man. So, and then too,
but it'll be interesting to see. Minnesota's playing out of their heads right now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So this is for the division lead.
Will Sam Darnold come back down to earth? Calling Sam Darnold.
Man, listen, he ain't coming back so far. You know what I'm saying? So I like where we are as a team. But you've got I'm nervous because I'm looking at our schedule and we've got some quarterbacks that are really we got Houston on the schedule.
Who do they have coming up? They got Minnesota tomorrow.
They got Minnesota.
Have their bye
yet? Yeah, they had their bye. Matter of fact,
now, everybody gets 2 byes this year, though, don't they?
I know in college they do because Ohio State's on their second.
But I think everybody at least gets a bye and then kind of like that 10 days from playing on Thursday or something.
You might be right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But yeah, they were
if not another bye, they at least get that 10-day stretch.
Yeah. So
from a Thursday night game or Monday game or something.
We've got teams like Houston with CJ Stroud, who's having another phenomenal year for a second.
Oh, so you guys do play the Texans?
We played them, and that'll test that second. But listen, Brian Branch he had a huge footprint on that on the Dallas game, 2 interceptions. So we're figuring it out. I don't know if this year's our year, but I know for
and it's still early too, though. So they're looking good. Yeah,
but I know for a fact, and I'm praying to God, but I can't blame him if he does leave. But Ben Johnson, our offensive coordinator, I know he's going to get an NFL coaching job. Heck, they're gonna come after him. But the way that guy has designed this offense, it's killer. And I hate that we're gonna lose him, but I'm sure he wants to be a head coach.
Well, what about Watson? Y'all gonna be able to hold on to Terry, hold on to Glenn too?
I don't think. I mean, I think we have a better chance of holding on to him than we do Ben Johnson. Yeah, Ben Johnson's gone. He will get, because you got. I think Nah, there are some places where I definitely would want to go. I think the Jets job will be, they got an interim coach now, but I think the Jets job will be up,
Well,
open.
nobody should want to take that job until your boy is gone.
And I would. Yeah, I would take that.
That's walking into a mouse trap, a rat trap.
That diva, he's such a diva. I wouldn't. I wouldn't take that job.
I mean, that'd be interesting on Johnson going there, but would he gonna work with him?
Well, I'm saying you have no sync with your receivers, but you skipped a mandatory training camp.
Yeah, went to Egypt.
You know what I'm saying? Just you just displaying this kind of diva behavior, and the coach took the fall for it, man. It's just.
I mean, can't knock the guy who went to Egypt. I would like to go there too. So, but yeah, you got all summer to go to Egypt. You got to take care of business first.
Yeah, man. Especially if you're trying to you coming off a season-ending injury. You only played 4 minutes of a game last year.
If you're smart, if you want to keep the noise down, say that you missed it due to rehab or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a diva.
I couldn't report. I'm still having a little trouble with my Achilles, whatever. I'll accept that.
He's a diva. He's a diva. And the bad part about it is that he's a diva. He's a 40-year-old diva whose game doesn't represent or you be a diva if you're gonna be
what it used to be. Correct.
So you can be a diva and still have the Aaron Rodgers of 10 years ago.
You're a 40-year-old diva whose game is not what it used to be, and you're coming off an Achilles injury.
So I think he's more Washington Wizards Michael Jordan than Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan. Not that Jordan was.
But again, but here's the thing: the Michael Jordan Wizards, as well as the Aaron Rodgers Jets, you're respecting what he used to be.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
And not what he currently
not dealing with what he currently is. Yes.
So he's Jordan Washington, which wasn't, Jordan averaged 20 points a game in Washington. Right. So it wasn't like he was just trash.
But again,
but he clearly wasn't what he was.
He couldn't just take the game over no more and put you on the back.
Those games were over. Games were over. So, yeah. But
it's only 6 games in. He may rise up, do a little something, but your attitude, is one thing for performance, but then it's a whole nother thing for attitude.
Which you can tolerate when the performance is there. You can, and not that you would want to, but when you got attitude and you don't perform like you used to, that makes it I just think it would. For all of his numbers, he got 1 Super Bowl ring.
Correct.
1.
And that was 20 what? 14?
And that was 2012, 13, or somewhere back in those.
Been a while.
You got 1 ring, bro. So you don't really deserve to have the diva attitude that you've had some colossal playoff shortcomings.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, so what you got 4? So what you got? What 4 MVPs? But so what?
You ain't Patrick Mahomes, bro. You not. So you have a seat. But yeah, that'll be a tough job for anybody he needs a Belichick type of coach. A new coach like Ben Johnson, Aaron Rodgers will run all over him. He'll he needs a coach
a stronger personality.
He needs a coach that can come in and say, this is what happens when you do things my way. That's how Phil Jackson was able to get that job when he went to LA. He was like, "Look, I got the jewelry."
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Well, even Shaq said it himself. He go, what can I say to Phil? He came in with the rings.
Exactly.
He said, and I had one, and I wanted one, and I had one. Yeah.
This is what happens when you do things my way. We're gonna do things my way. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do this my way. That's the kind of coach that Aaron Rodgers needs. He don't need no Mike McCarthy.
I think I'm about to ask Jonell them how many times they've heard that at the house.
More than you want. More than you probably think.
And I know it might not even been from you, but I know it was said. So funny.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
I'm laughing because we've all heard it here on 159.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
well,
sir.
Man.
All right, so we got the NBA coming up starting Tuesday.
Starting Tuesday night.
NBA kicks it off live Tuesday. I'm gonna say this because I'm a Laker guy, but I think Washington's gonna have a good year this year. A real good one. AD.
Would be nice. It would be nice.
Looking for AD to have a good year. Only because if it's one thing, with JJ Redick, who was just doing an analysis and talking about AD's lack of whatever. So I think he has the ability, to sit down with him and be like, "Yo, AD, come on." So I hope that comes into play.
I just don't know why a guy of that talent, and he reminds me of Rasheed Wallace, one of the guys.
I'll tell you, AD's problem. AD's problem is he's still what's the name into LeBron. That's the problem.
Yeah, but since AD got there, LeBron has been trying to hand him that team.
But again, still, I understand that, but AD is still
take over.
He's still leaning to LeBron instead of taking it over himself.
He should be in the same conversation with Nikola Jokic. And
for sure. And
Greek freak.
Even a little higher because he's great on the defensive end.
Yeah. You watched him I watched him in the Olympics.
And truth be told, he's got more offensive ability than both of them.
Yeah. It's just like he reminds me of Rasheed.
Since he came to the Lakers, I mean, he had that one run, he had to run in the bubble, but outside the injury, and he puts up when he plays, he puts up good numbers.
But it's just like I say, he reminds me of Rasheed Wallace. It's just like, for whatever, you got all the skill and talent in the world, you just, whatever reason, you just refuse to bring it every night. And that's what was so frustrating about Rasheed Wallace, because it's like, dude, you got to get a tech to get fired up. Now he going to run and
what happened with Rasheed, though, with all that talent, his talent was nullified by his reputation, right? Because even if once he got started, they're gonna if Rasheed just sneezed, they're gonna call a T.
Yeah, but man, it kept him from being.
It kept him from going to the next level.
Yeah, it kept him from being in that upper. Because think about it, a two-way player, great on the defensive end, and can low post and pull you from the basket and shoot.
Matter of fact, Rasheed
he would fit perfectly in today's game.
And basketball today. Oh my Lord,
perfectly in today's game.
In today's game, he was it.
He was one of the predecessors of today's type of NBA. And
you know who would probably be even greater than he was now would be Kevin Garnett.
KG, yeah.
Broke
my heart when he went to Boston because I was like,
I
can't root for him because
what I always liked about KG was the motor too.
Yeah. His motor was 50 miles an hour.
He played 50 miles an hour. Yeah. I have to give him that.
Yeah, but I have no idea what to expect from the NBA this year.
Me either, really.
I have no
idea.
Paul George is already injured. Kawhi
already out. Yeah.
Just retired.
What's the name? You get on my nerves. They talk about AD. They need to leave AD alone. Embiid hurt all the time.
Embiid and Kawhi
Leonard.
They call AD street clothes. They need to call them.
Correct. They need to call them locker room then or something.
I mean,
training room.
I don't know that they're like, and Stephen A. Smith said this. He's like, Kawhi Leonard is like the worst superstar ever. It's just like you've played 40% of your games as a Clipper.
The last how many years since he
joined the team?
Since Toronto won, how many games has he played?
He's played 40% of his games as a Clipper. 40%.
Not even 50%.
Now he's here. He's injured. I'm just like, dude, who is your doctor? Who?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Who is your medical? Who?
What's the Clippers owner name?
Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer.
Ballmer. Look. You spend all that money on the Coliseum. You might want to work on your medical staff,
Bro, get you some doctors that know how to
get you something.
I mean, think about it.
It's so. I gotta tell this story. So, one of my former supervisors at the VA, his name is Dave O'Brien, big Yankee fan, right? Oh my God, Dave used to have a fit about the. He go. I don't care how much money the Steinbrenners got. Can they get a better doctor, training staff? What's going on? And he was right. Every year, you had the 1 year when Judge had the abdominal strain. Stanton always got hamstring. He go pitchers in these elbow. He go, what in the world? He go, he go, everybody in mama's getting Tommy John. He go, why can't these teams hire they're making all these billions of dollars? Can't they get better doctors?
Yeah, I don't know who Joel Embiid's doctor is.
Yeah,
I don't know who Kawhi Leonard doctor is. I'm like, what do y'all get paid to do? What are y'all?
Yeah.
What? Seriously, I can do that.
Maybe they need to go get who's Golden State doctors. I mean, because they did a good job with Clay and Steph with his ankles.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Kawhi, I would be so extremely frustrated if I was a Kawhi Leonard fan, which I'm not. But just to seeing and his demeanor don't help it either. He's not. I ain't saying you got to be a rah guy.
Right? No. Yeah, he
cheerleader pom poms.
And here's the thing: nobody said because of his low keyness. Nobody considers him a diva type, but it's obvious it's more of him than anything else because it started in San Antonio.
I think what he doesn't give off diva, he gives off I don't care, and to me that's worse than being a diva. Then when you give off this aura that whatever, you know what I'm saying? People spend their hard-earned money.
And it started in San Antonio, remember, because he blamed them and all
he blamed the medical staff for a misdiagnosis and all of that.
Correct.
I don't think he ever came back from that fully because everywhere he went since then has been issue after issue.
After issue. Yeah.
I think he's just collecting checks at this point. I don't think he has
he
burning passion to win at basketball.
Goodness. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think it. Look, run me my money and we good. And I think that's really what his demeanor is, because I don't see no real dude. You playoffs last year. Okay, you played 67 games last year, the most you played in years.
But then you only played one game in the playoffs.
As soon as the playoffs started,
soon as the playoffs.
I'm just like, man, I give up. I would give up. All right, I'm done. Because you ain't getting no younger. You in your mid-30s. It ain't like you 23 coming back from these injuries.
Listen, you're already over 32.
Yeah, man. So, it's like, bro, body takes longer to heal the older you get. And it's just like,
the older you get, the longer it takes. Yeah.
I would pull the plug on that.
And as we know, that which was really bothering us may heal, but then we wake up the next morning something else. So
bro, listen, I done crossed over the 50-year threshold. My body reminds me every day that I ain't 21 no more. So
oh my God, you're not 21. You're not there.
And I feel pretty good for my age. You know what I'm saying?
You're not out there on the courts over there by Detroit Mercy no more.
No, sir. No, sir.
Listen, Sports Chat fan. That's one of the best days ever. We was out,
bro.
Over to the court. That was a great day. That was a great day,
bro. Back down memory lane, baby.
that was a great day. That was a great day, yes, and we won a couple games too. That made it even better.
Yeah. Well, we had some good times, man. For real, we've had some good down through the years. We've had some good times.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, it's that time. We're glad to be back with you, yes. Lord. Oh no. Well, next Saturday I won't be on. I have to go to a homegoing at Bishop Walker in Syracuse. But yeah. Glad to be back with you. It's that time of the year: football, baseball, basketball. Tomorrow, WNBA final game.
That's right. We ain't talking about that. Man.
Liberty against the
Go Liberty.
Been a good series.
Go Liberty. Go Liberty.
We'll see how that goes tomorrow night too. Well, all right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Saturday. John,
peace.
Love everybody. Peace.
All right, about to watch some football.